Have you ever felt like you're stuck in a waiting room, watching everyone else get called in while you're just sitting there? You've prayed, you've worked hard, you've done everything you're supposed to do, but the door just won't open. It's frustrating, right? You start to wonder, God, did you forget about me? Am I doing something wrong? What if I told you this delay isn't a denial? What if this waiting period is actually God's construction zone, where He's building a foundation so strong that nothing can shake the future He has for you? Today, we're going to explore a powerful message. This delay is not a setback. It's a setup for something greater. God is saying this delay is building a stronger future for you. Let's dive into this. Think about the story of Joseph. Here was a young man with a big dream from God, a dream of leadership and influence. But what happened next? He was sold into slavery by his own brothers, falsely accused, and thrown into prison. Talk about a delay. For years, his reality looked nothing like his promise. He could have become bitter, angry, or given up on God entirely, but he didn't. In that prison, in that delay, Joseph learned humility, integrity, and administration. He learned to manage resources and lead people, even in the darkest of places. He was being trained for the palace while he was sitting in a pit. When the moment finally came for him to stand before Pharaoh, he wasn't just a dreamer anymore. It was a wise, capable leader, ready to save a nation. The delay wasn't punishment. It was preparation. God was building a prime minister in the prison. Your life is no different. That career opportunity that hasn't materialized, maybe God is using this time to teach you a new skill, to build your resilience, or to connect you with mentors you wouldn't have met otherwise. That relationship you've been praying for that seems so far away. Perhaps God is shaping your character, healing your heart, and teaching you to find your wholeness in Him first, so you can enter a relationship not out of neediness, but out of strength. When you're whole, you attract whole people. See, God's perspective is so much bigger than ours. We see the frustrating delay. He sees the necessary development. We see a closed door. He sees a character-building classroom. Now, consider the story of David. He was anointed king as a teenager, but he didn't step onto the throne right away. Instead, he spent years on the run, hiding in caves, leading a band of misfits, and dodging a jealous King Saul who wanted him gone. This was his delay. Was God being cruel? No. God was forging a king. In those years in the wilderness, David learned to depend on God completely. He learned military strategy, how to lead men who were in distress and in debt, and how to have a heart of worship even in the midst of chaos. He wrote many of the Psalms during this time, pouring out his heart to God. When he finally took the throne, he wasn't just a boy with a title. He was a battle-tested warrior, a compassionate leader, and a man after God's own heart. The delay built his strength, his wisdom, and his unwavering faith. This is a powerful lesson for us. When we face delays, our first instinct is often to panic or complain. We think, this isn't fair. But God invites us to shift our perspective. Instead of asking, why the delay, we can start asking, God, what are you building in me during this delay? Maybe He's building patience. In our world of instant gratification, patience is a superpower. It allows you to remain peaceful when circumstances are chaotic. Maybe He's building your faith. It's easy to have faith when everything is going well, but true, unshakable faith is forged in the fire of waiting, when you have to trust God's promise even when you can't see the proof. Maybe He's building your strength. Every challenge you overcome, every disappointment you endure with grace, adds a layer of spiritual and emotional muscle. You're becoming stronger, more resilient, and better equipped for the big things God has in store for you. Think about building a skyscraper. You don't just start stacking floors on soft ground. The taller the building, the deeper the foundation has to be. You spend months, sometimes even years, digging down, pouring concrete, and reinforcing the base. From the street level, it looks like nothing is happening. It just looks like a giant, messy hole in the ground. But underground, the most critical work is being done. Without that deep, strong foundation, the skyscraper would collapse under its own weight. Your life is that skyscraper. The bigger the destiny God has planned for you, the deeper the foundation of character, faith, and wisdom he needs to build within you. Your delay is the foundation work. It might not be glamorous, and it might feel like you're going backward, digging a hole, but you are not being buried. You are being planted. God is establishing roots that will sustain the incredible height he plans to take you to. So, how do we navigate these seasons of waiting without losing hope? First, we need to stay connected to the architect, to God himself. Prayer isn't just about asking for the delay to end. It's about asking for strength and wisdom within the delay. Read Eastward. The Bible is filled with stories of people who waited on God and saw his faithfulness. Their stories become our fuel. Second, be active in your waiting. Joseph didn't just sit in his cell feeling sorry for himself. He became the best prisoner he could be, serving and managing things. David didn't just hide. He led his men and honed his skills. Don't put your life on hold. Learn that new language. Take that online course. Serve at your local church or in your community. Work on your health. Use this time to grow. Ask yourself, who do I need to be to handle the blessing I'm asking for? And start becoming that person right now. The skills and character you build today are the tools you'll need for your tomorrow. And third, practice gratitude. It's so easy to focus on what we don't have, on the door that's still shut. But gratitude shifts our focus to what we do have. Be thankful for the lessons you're learning, for the strength you're gaining, for the ways God is providing for you right now, even in the waiting. A grateful heart is a faithful heart, and it keeps bitterness from taking root. When you thank God in the middle of your delay, you're telling him you trust his process, even when you don't understand it. You're declaring that his plan is better than your timeline. Remember Abraham and Sarah? They were promised a son, a nation, but they waited until they were old, way past the point of possibility in human terms. Their delay was a test of faith, a process that taught them that God is the God of the impossible. When Isaac was finally born, there was no doubt that it was a miracle from God, and God alone got the glory. Sometimes God delays the answer so that when it comes, it's so big, so miraculous, that no one can deny his hand was in it. Your breakthrough will be a testimony not just to your patience, but to God's power. So if you're in a season of waiting right now, be encouraged. You are not forgotten. You are not being punished. You are in God's construction zone. He is the master builder, and he is doing a deep, important work in you. This delay is not a dead end. It's a divinely orchestrated period of preparation. He's building your character, strengthening your faith, and deepening your foundation so that you can handle the weight of the glory that is coming. The future he has for you is so much bigger and better than you can imagine, and he wants to make sure you're ready for it. Trust the process. Embrace the preparation. Your delay is building a stronger future, and when God is finished with this season, you won't just step into your promise. You will be the promise, fully equipped and ready for everything he has called you to be. Thank you so much for watching. If this message resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need to hear it. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. How has God used a delay in your life to build something stronger? Let's encourage one another. See you next time.